We're gonna decorate my front porch for Christmas today. But I have a rule that I only decorate outside the day after I blow dry my hair, which takes like 2 hours, and only if it's pouring rain. That's the only time that I'll decorate outside my house. Okay, I think I have an idea to decorate outside without wrecking my hair. Step 1. Put your hair up in a pony. Well, more like a bun. Like a lazy bun. Step 2. Shower cap. This is my daughter's. I don't know if it's gonna fit. Is that fitting? Kinda. Okay, now because we're gonna be outside and people might see me, we're gonna camouflage. A hat. Oh hey, that's not bad. I do like a cone head, but that's gonna protect my blow dry, I think. Okay, so listen up. Here's the story of Christmas lights in Belfast. I keep seeing everybody use fresh cuttings from their gardens to make an archway around the door, and it looks really cool. So of course, I had to do it. So I got the chicken wire and I got like all the little bits that I think that I'll need. I am concerned how it will look in the end, because I made that big bowl, like a big centerpiece for my dining table with cuttings from my garden. It didn't look great and it was harder than I thought it would be. And this is basically like a giant version of that. So I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm just gonna give it a try, you know? Okay, let's do it. Okay, so this is the porch in question, my front door. I have an artificial garland that I made that goes around here like this with lights. It is really cute and adorable, but it's just not super bushy. And I want to have like a big lush full one without spending hundreds of pounds. There's also an archway on this side. It would be amazing to have a garland all the way around here and here, but let's see how long it takes me to do this part first. Okay, so I got these from B&M, and I think if I put these like here in the kind of grouting bit, I guess it's called, then I can use cable ties to attach the chicken wire, and then I can just cut the cable ties and take the chicken wire down after Christmas. I'm hoping, but I haven't tested it, so let's see. Yay! Oh no! Okay, that hasn't worked at all. That's not gonna work. No. This is very sad. Wow, this sucks. We gotta go to the hardware shop. I think I need masonry staples, but I'm gonna ask the guy or the girl in the hardware shop. Bloody hell. Okay, I'm back from the hardware shop. Very nice lady who works there helped me, and we think that this is a better solution. They're on masonry nails. So I put this in the wall and then I'll cable tie the chicken wire to the black bit. That's the plan, but let's test it before we go any further. Yay, it worked. Okay, I think our plan's gonna work. Now I need to do the chicken wire. Okay, this is the chicken wire that I got, and it was £19. General purpose mesh. They also had chicken wire, which was half the price, less than half the price, but the chicken wire wasn't as strong, and so I felt like it wouldn't work. They only had 5 meter lengths, and I'm just gonna hope that it's enough. I kind of measured in my head, but I'm not very good at measuring, and I don't have any gloves, and chicken wire always bloody hurts. Okay, so I think the plan should be to make a tunnel like this size, and then this tunnel, this tube, goes right around the archway. So yeah, I really want to do both arches, but I already have a feeling this is going to take me a lot longer than I expect. Most of my projects do. Success. Success. gonna lie, it is a little bit unsightly, but I think we'll deal with that after Christmas. It's the next day and it is not raining, which in Northern Ireland is a Christmas miracle. So last night, this is basically as much as I got done. It took about 2 hours and then it got too dark, so I couldn't finish it, and it was like so windy and rainy, you know, I just couldn't finish it. But it's pretty much done. I need to just put a few more of the little hammered in tacks to hold these bits in place. And I think I'll need to make a little small tunnel to go in this middle section, maybe. I'm gonna go now and start taking cuttings because I think that I'm gonna really underestimate how much cuttings we're gonna need, to be honest with you. I've either underestimated or overestimated, but I am concerned it's gonna take a long time to get all these cuttings. I feel like I will need a lot more than that, but I'm gonna get all this and then see how much of the tunnel that fills up before I cut any more. Plus my hands cramp it, it's tired. I'll come back for you. I finished securing all the netting and I just put that little bit in the middle. I hope that's enough. It's pretty secure. So now I'm gonna try and fill it up. How hard it is to make it look nice. Like, I'm not a florist, you know what I mean? So should they be out this far? Is that too bushy? And also, how do I get them to stay in place? Like, they're stuck in here, they won't come out, but how do they not flop down? I'm getting flashbacks of that terrible centerpiece I made a few weeks ago. Okay, I'm just gonna try my best to try to just do this part here to here. And then if it looks terrible, I can always just pull it out. But then what will I do?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy.
Okay, that is all the cuttings that I took gone. Other people's didn't look as crazy and wild. Do I trim it? Am I making the branches too big? Is that the issue? Am I using branches that are too big? I always overthink it, but then I don't want to take this whole side all the way up and it be crazy bushy and then realize actually I should have made them shorter branches. I kind of like it like wild like this. And I'm going to have lights and little ornaments in it. But is this too much and too crazy? Plus all those cuttings I took have only done this part. Look how much more we have to do. Oh my god, it's gonna be I'm gonna be here all day cutting. Oh gosh, I'm really concerned that I'm number one not doing this right and it will look a mess. I feel like it's gonna end up looking like just a big giant like messy mess. Like just threw together. And it's taking a lot of time, so it's like let's do it right. Do you think shorter branches before we go any further? I don't want to, like, I could trim these, but then they'll look like they're all trimmed, you know? I think I just need to take shorter cuttings. Because if I do it this size all the way around, yeah? If I do it this size on both sides, you're going to have a little tiny gap here you can walk through. But that might be nice. Okay, I'm going to go and take a crap ton more cuttings. It's got to be so many cuttings. Oh god, what have I set myself up for here?
What you're hearing right now is my thoughts as I was doing this. What on earth have I started? This could take days. I should stop now. This might not even look good. I could be trimming trees for days and it might look terrible. This is a waste of time. But what about the mesh? You already bought it and cut it up and you put nails in the wall. You can't stop now. Okay, let's turn this negative mindset around. You're outside, breathing fresh air. That's good. Plus you never trim your trees and they really need it. So technically you're killing two birds with one stone right now. And you don't know, it might end up looking really good. And you're getting exercise. You're cutting all these branches and carrying them up to the house. You're basically an athlete now. You're right. Just keep going. We can do this. We can make a really cool arch. It'll be worth it.
I'm about halfway done now. I'm in the middle. So I'm getting there, but I need to go and get more cut-ins. But I have been rained out. It's like torrential. So I don't know what to do because this is Northern Ireland. It can rain like this for the next 3 days non-stop. You just gotta work through the rain. But it is miserable. And I have to protect my blow dry. I gotta protect my hair, okay? Oh, I don't know. Look how crazy it is. Sorry, my hands are shaking from like all the... But I got into a really good rhythm, I think, right there. I was like really going at it. I got a really good podcast on. My pre-workout has kicked in, I think you can tell. So I'm like eager to get done. Because I'm about halfway done now. And I'm just like, I can just feel it in me that we can get this done today. Maybe even get the lights on today. That would be so awesome. Once I start something, I'm like, let's get this done. You know, I'm going to check the weather forecast, even though that doesn't mean anything. But maybe it'll say this is a really heavy shower that will stop in a few hours. Actually, I don't even have a few hours. It's going to be dark. Oh, bloody hell. Living in Northern Ireland, Joe. It's not for the faint of heart. Yeah, I think I made the right choice in taking a little break for a second. Holy God. You might think, maybe you got a storm coming. No, bro. This is just an average. This is actually probably a mild winter day here in the Northern Ireland. Oh. Okay, I took 2 more loads of cut-ins. I was worried that I would run out of cut-ins because I didn't want to make the trees have like holes or be sparse, but you can't even see a dent in those trees. They're literally like 20 feet wide and we never trim them, so yeah, there's plenty to go around. So I'm hoping these 2 cuts will bring us up to there, and then maybe one more cut to finish off the top. Fingers crossed. I think I'll need 2 more loads of cut-ins, and then I think we'll be ready for the lights. It is just went 2 o'clock. That's actually not bad timing. 4 hours, really not even 4 because I lost an hour and a half to the rain. And the sunshine is kind of coming out for us, so I feel like the universe is like, go on girl, you can get it done. So yeah, I'm liking it so far. I am. I think it'll be really cool lit out, really nice. So I'm gonna go and take 2 more loads of cut-ins, and then fingers crossed that's enough. I have some really massive branches that I thought I would cut down smaller, but I'm actually gonna use them to try and make it kind of drape across the top. I'll try. Let's go, 2 more loads, let's do it. I'm gonna go over this side of the garden for these ones because this one has a dark green hedge and a light green hedge, so it's easy to get a mixture of both. Plus, I don't want to take all from one. I mean, honestly, they're so massive you can't even tell where I take it from them. I need to go somewhere with thicker branches. Sometimes I see other women make content online and they're like, you know, in pretty dresses or like, you know, talking about how to style your hair and jewelry, and then I'm like, why can't I be one of those girls? This thing weighs more than a sumo baby. I'm really hoping this is the last cut. My arms are so tired. Oh, Jesus. The things we do for Christmas decorations, am I right? Let's go. Okay, you guys, look how close we are to the end. I don't want to sound dramatic, but when we started, I honestly felt like this was never going to end. I think like a little armful of smaller cuttings will finish it off, and it's 2:30, dude. This could be done by 3. I could have the lights done 4. That's awesome. I mean, it is an entire day, but I think it's gonna be worth it.
So since I am now an expert in making an archway using fresh cuttings, I have compiled a list of improvements I will make for next year. And just in case you are for some reason considering making your own fresh cuttings archway, though I don't know how this video has encouraged you to do that, I will share my tips with you also. Number 1, buy or borrow a hedge cutter. You have literally no idea how much cuttings this will take. I spent a total of 6 hours taking cuttings and adding them to the archway. 6 hours. It was insane. I think I actually started to lose my mind at the 4-hour mark. Number 2, get a wheelbarrow and carry your cuttings from the hedge to your archway. You can rely on your upper body strength if you want to, but you'll regret it. Trust me. Finally, number 3. Bribe your children, partners, strangers in the street to make your archway for you. This will make everything better and easier, and is the biggest regret I have in this whole project. I should have bribed my kids to do this, and my whole life would have been better. That is all.
So for today, I want to decorate inside the porch. I want to make it like a cozy little Christmas cave, if that is such a thing. And I've got a little box of supplies I've been collecting, so yeah, I'm pretty excited to finish it. We also had a storm, and look how good my arch lasted in a storm. I lost some on the top. I will admit that I lost some on the top, but I'm going to fix that today. And me and Andy put lights on it. It's very pretty, but I'll show you that at the end. Okay, so to start, I bought this coffee table from a charity shop a couple of weeks ago. It was £3.50, and it is a coffee table, but I think because of the height and the shape, it would also work really well as a little bench. And I did think about painting it. That was my original plan, to paint it, but now I have it here in the porch. I think the dark wood is kind of nice, and like we're going for like a rustic Christmas vibe, so I think the dark wood works really well. And you know, I can always paint it next year if I change my mind, but for this year it's not, because it's almost Christmas and I'm short on time. That's not the reason. I just like the dark wood, so we're gonna keep it in the dark wood for now. Okay, that's a perfect bench, and it's very strong. Awesome. Okay, next I want to have a Christmas tree in here that I can put lights on. I've had this tree skirt for years. I got it in a charity shop, and I quickly figured out why it was donated. It's too small for any Christmas tree base. You know the metal feet that come out the bottom of a artificial Christmas tree? It's too small for any of them. I've tried so many trees, it doesn't work. So I'd almost given up and just donated it again with a little label to say this tree skirt sucks, but I didn't. I held on to it, and now I'm glad I did, because I went to a charity shop, one I always go to. I love it. Recently to see if they had any Christmas trees left, but it's almost Christmas, so everywhere has sold all their Christmas trees. But they did, however, give me for free a Christmas tree they had left, because the base was broken, so the feet were broken, it wasn't going to stand upright. But they figured I could like do a DIY with it, you know. But Andy came to the rescue and he made a contraption using an old bucket and bricks and bits of wood to makeshift a base that will hold this Christmas tree for me. I'll show you. It's just very heavy. Okay, can you see the bricks and the wood? Gotta do what you gotta do. But apart from that, it's actually a pretty cool Christmas tree. Like, it's nice colours and pretty full, and it has a cool design, so I'm pretty happy with it. And I got it for free. How nice is that? It's a pretty good tree, right? And it has like a light green colour to it, which goes really well with the archway, so I'm really happy with it. And it meant I got to use the wicker tree skirt, so it worked out perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna fluff it up, and then I have a little box of decorations that I'm hoping we can jazz up out here a little bit. It is looking really nice, but it's like super natural, you know, which is what I wanted. But I'd also like a little bit of Christmas, and I really want to do red, have red as my Christmas colour right here, because I don't have any red colours in my house for Christmas, and I really wish I did, so I'm gonna do it right here. First, I'm gonna shape this tree and take it to the salon. Of red decorations that I've collected. I had originally planned on getting, you know, the giant red balls. You can get them in Home Bargains, like I think they're like sets of 3 or 4, but I think they were £10 for 3. I don't know, I thought it was kind of pricey, so instead of doing that, I figured we would just make do with whatever red stuff I could find in charity shops. Fingers crossed it doesn't look terrible. I think it'll be okay. So I bought a second-hand garland in a charity shop and I used it in my hallway, but the garland came with these red bows. So my hallway's blue and green, so I didn't need the red bows, so I kept them because I think they're super cute. So I think these will be nice either on the archway or on the tree. Already that's very pretty, isn't it? Okay. I also bought this glitter fabric roll. I bought it from Home Bargains. I think it was £3. If I could make a giant bow out of this and then just have one big giant bow at the top of the archway, I think that would be really, really cute. I have all these little balls. I actually got all these little packets in a charity shop really cheaply, but from experience I know that to have these outside on this tree, I'm going to have to take every single cap off and hot glue the caps on so they don't blow away and like blow off the cap, you know what I'm talking about? And then they'll just blow away into my garden, and I just don't know if I have the patience for that right now. Oh, I also got this. I actually got this last year, but it was like 2 days before Christmas. I got in a charity shop. There's the label for £3.50, but I never figured out what to do with it, and now I'm determined because I'm doing this area red. So I'm thinking, should I make a wreath, hang the wreath here and put this in the middle of the wreath? Also, I am number 25, my house is number 25 Christmas, so should I paint on 25 here? Wouldn't that be so cute? I actually have an artificial wreath that I normally hang out here, but I've watched so many videos of people making wreaths out of cuttings from their garden, and then I went to like 10 different shops trying to get the wire that you use to make the wreaths. I could not find it anywhere, and then eventually I went to Hobbycraft. I think I watched too many American videos because I think America is Hobby Lobby. Here it's Hobbycraft, I think. And then I find it. So just the fact that I find it, I'm like, I have to make a wreath now. I have to. Plus, I think I can make a better one than the artificial wreath. I could be wrong, it could be terrible, but I'm going to give it a go. So I think this in the middle of a wreath, hanging right here, I think that will be really nice. Yeah, I think we should do that, okay? Oh, I also got these giant cinnamon sticks in a charity shop. They don't smell anymore. They don't really smell anymore, but they look good, don't they? That would also be nice on the wreath, right? We gotta figure out something to do with that. I kept this because it has red in it, but now I'm just not really sure if it's gonna match everything. I think it's too artificial for what we're going for here, and the gold, there isn't really any gold in the porch. I also did get this bucket from a charity shop because it's red. And I have a little tiny Christmas tree that I think we can put into it and just have it sitting at the side here, you know? It's weird that this is the bit I'm most excited about. So I have this wooden circle. You can use it for lots of different things, but I'm going to use it for a wreath base. I know you're meant to use the metal ones, and I actually had metal ones. Someone gave me them like 3-4 years ago, and in my head I was like, I'm going to use those, I'll get them out of storage wherever the hell that is and use them for my wreath this year. Now I can't find them, they're gone in the abyss of my home, but I do have a ton of these wooden ones. You'll probably see these in like every single video I do for every season because I have so many of them. So I'm going to use that, and I have the wire, which I looked for so long, so I'm so happy I got it. And I took some more cuttings. I can't believe I'm having to take more cuttings, but it's fine, we're almost there. But I am super excited for this. I have some pictures for my inspiration that I saw on Pinterest. I am slightly concerned that it is much harder than I think it's going to be, because sometimes that happens. Like I start doing things and I'm like, that looks easy, I could do that, and then halfway through I'm like, no, this is an art form and I cannot do this. So I'm really hoping that this is as easy as I think it's gonna be, but it doesn't really matter, it's just for fun anyways. But yeah, I want to make the wreath, and then I want to have like a big burgundy velvet bow on it. I think that'd be so nice. So yeah, this is the bit I've been most looking forward to, so I'm pretty excited to do it, to be honest. Oh, my chickens are fighting, guys. Okay, I got my cuttings and I've got little snips.
If you're on the fence about making a wreath, please don't be. It actually is incredibly easy, and I am the queen of Pinterest fails. I promise you, if it required any skill at all, I would tell you. But it doesn't. It's really easy and really fun. This is my artificial wreath that I usually use, and my handmade wreath. And I think my handmade wreath is way cuter, if I do say so myself. Next year, I'm making my whole family wreaths as gifts. I'm serious. It's so cheap and easy. Please, if you're interested, give it a go. It is so much fun. Now that my wreath was complete, I started to make some bows. I got this red velvet ribbon really cheap in Asda actually. It was only £2 for 5 meters, which I thought was really reasonable, and it was a really great quality. I cut the ribbon up and then I cheated by using some small cable ties to tie the bow. I know it's not very fancy, but no one's going to be looking at these bows close up, and it was just a really quick and easy way to make lots of bows. Then I moved on to the red check material. I did want to make one big giant bow out of this, but to be honest, this material would not hold up well in the rain, and I think one big bow would have went floppy. So instead, I cut the material horizontally, and then I cut it into 4 pieces, and I made 4 big chunky bows instead. I did the same thing for these big bows. I used big cable ties to keep the bow shape in place. Then I used cable ties to attach the big bows and the small red velvet bows to the archway and to the Christmas tree. Now I just wanted to add some small touches to finish inside the porch. I thrifted these lanterns in the summertime when I give my porch a summer makeover. I had considered spraying them red, but I really wanted to be able to use them again in the summer. So instead of spraying them red, I decided to add all of the red ball balls that I thrifted. I filled the lanterns with the ball balls and of course some string lights. Then I added this old tree skirt that I don't use anymore. I used it as a little fur blanket for the bench and then I added the lanterns. I think the touches of white from the blanket and the lanterns contrast really nicely with the red and the dark wood bench. I'm glad I didn't spray the lanterns red. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous together. And lastly, I added this little red car with a Christmas tree on top. I've had this for probably 12 years and I never had anywhere to put it because I didn't have red in my Christmas decorations inside my home. So I am so excited to give it a new home on the porch. It looks absolutely perfect here. So what do you think of my Christmas porch? I actually can't believe how beautiful it ended up. It's so much more amazing than I imagined it would be. I was actually worried that my decorations would be too simple and that having just the bows wouldn't have a big enough impact, but I was completely wrong. The simplicity of the bows, the red on the green, it's just so Christmassy and perfect. I was desperate for a traditional red Christmas and my dreams have totally come true. It's so magical and my kids can leave their reindeer food out on the porch on Christmas Eve. I'm even going to take our annual Christmas family photo out there because it's just so Christmassy and perfect. So I always like to give a total cost of my projects. I do this because I hope it can be inspiring to show you that you don't have to spend lots of money. If you're thrifty, your money can go a long way. But I also share how much my projects cost so that you have a realistic view. It's easy to watch other people's videos and to feel bad about them having more or their houses being better, but in reality, we all have our own income, our own bills, our own priorities. The reality is, what we see on social media can be very, very expensive, and that is not everyday life for 99% of us out there, so we shouldn't compare ourselves to it. So for my porch decorations this year, I spent £20 on mesh wire, £20 on lights, £10 on ribbon, £3.50 on my little bench, £3.50 for the tiny red door on my wreath, and another £10 for lights on the Christmas tree. Plus £3 for the wire I used to make my wreath. Everything else I either already had or it was given to me for free. So my total cost was £70. If I can give you a tip when you're making seasonal decorations, make things that you can store away and use again and again every year. I'll be storing everything from my porch, including the wire mesh, so that next year my cost will be zero. Although I might ask Santa for a hedge cutter so I can get my cuttings much quicker and much easier. Thanks so much for watching my video today. I hope it was fun and I hope I could give you some ideas for your own decorations. And I'm sorry for my croaky voice. If you made it the whole way through this video listening to my croaky voice, then you deserve a Christmas medal. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a lovely time, whatever your plans may be. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.